Design nerds, Angel here. If you're like me, you probably have Benito's new album on loop. And when I saw the original album artwork, I noticed something interesting. So let's take a closer look at the artwork behind this record-breaking project. As a graphic designer, I've had the privilege of working on multiple album arts, and I consider them to be an important part of the musician's project. It's the door to the world you're about to enter. It uses graphic design techniques to create a visual expression, prepare you, and evoke an emotion of the music that's within it. Now, Bad Bunny's DeBí TiRaR Más FoToS record has two distinct sides. The front of the record features a classic backyard Puerto Rico scene. Typical situation at any random part of Puerto Rico at pretty much any given time. A great photo by Eric Rojas of two asymmetrical chairs just across from each other. But the back of the artwork is completely different. When you turn it around, it's loud and it's bright. Has contrasting colors, large bold typography with a few interesting design details that we'll get into a little later. Now, originally when I saw this album reveal, I wonder, why does this look so familiar? It feels like a little bit nostalgic. And I think it's because the artwork taps into an art style of salsa LPs and vinyl records from the past. Think Fania Records, Hector Lavoe, Willie Colon, Celia Cruz. Records from the 60s, 70s, and even 80s used a similar layout, usually accompanied with a photo of the musician and emphasizing the title text with high contrast color to create a bold rhythm. The title typography, DeBí TiRaR Más FoToS, is a custom font by Benito's team called Debí Usar Este Font Regular. That's literally the name of the font, which is super clever, which I think it's probably basically a customized version of Arial Black if you look at it closely. Originally, I thought it mimics the chaotic leet and mock text found in memes or uppercase and lowercase of early internet culture, but Bad Bunny himself makes a note on this recent interview. Roll it.
Son también buscando formas creativas visuales de darle otro color y otro giro a lo que son los tracklists y los nombres de los álbumes. Siempre buscando la manera de aunque sea con detallitos pequeños, que sea distinto.
Yo pensaba que eso era como los tiempos de Hi-Fi en MySpace, que escribíamos así como todo, con una voz grande, una chiquita.
Tiene un poquito de eso, de esa nostalgia. Es solamente una letra por nombre. Es como si ya crecimos, pero todavía queda un poquito de esa juventud, de esa niñez. Queda rastro por ahí todavía.
Now, the title tracks themselves are actually a grunge-style typewriter font, pretty much you can find anywhere, similar to Courier. The main colors, which is the thing you see first, is sky blue, red, and white, which are reminiscent of the Puerto Rican flag pre-US gag law of 1948 that uses azul celeste, the color he references in the song titled La Mudanza. That's why you've seen multiple versions of the flag, the sky blue and the dark blue. Now, this is where it gets interesting and some of the elements that kind of tie everything together in a sort of nostalgic aesthetic. You'll notice immediately that We Are Still Here decal that looks almost like a sticker you see on fruits, featuring El Sapo Concho, which some people thought it was actually a coquí, which is a crested toad. The really cool toad you saw animated in the short film, and the vignettes by Quique Rivera and his team Acho Studio. What's interesting is that this little frog is actually endangered due to the habitat loss, native only to Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands, which adds another level of nuance to the overall sentiment of the album. Now, a few of the other elements, you got the 70s style wire globe badge from Puerto Rico to the world. You got the 6 studio album writing, an element seen in vintage records to give a level of history to the artist in brush script font. Rima's Entertainment record label reimagined retro logo mark, and a dedication in text in sans serif typeface, probably Arial. What's cool is each visual element in the artwork works in tandem. It's intentional and creates an aesthetic rhythm that feels nostalgic and pays tribute to Puerto Rican and Latino musicians of yesterday. So like the rest of the world has mentioned already, Benito's introducing this generation to the music of their parents. So salsa, bomba, plena, infused with his modern sound. So the album artwork reflects that same sense of familiarity, celebrating the culture, everyday life, and pride of Puerto Rico while reminding us Puerto Ricans are still here. What do you think? Did you catch any of these elements? Did the album artwork give you a sense of nostalgia? Let me know.
That's great. It's short. It's pungy and short.
Yeah, I got it's like 8 or 9, you know? I'm trying to make it less than 90 seconds or, yeah, that's the plan.
I don't know if that's 90 seconds. But
Well,